My name's Greg Imlock, and I am part of the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and I'm the head of the Residential Real Estate Committee. And I'm not a realtor, so I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad I am. So I live and work in Irving, and have lived here for 11 years. And when Carter Holston, the Chamber Chair, asked me to head it up, I willingly did it because I love living in Irving, and I know all of the great things that happen here. So, Don, if you'd go ahead, and so this is the presentation that we're taking out to show people why it is the right time to buy a home now. And the first thing that we like to talk about is there's still stimulus money, federal government stimulus money, available for first-time home buyers. There's a first-time home buyer credit and an existing home buyer credit. And as you'll see, for the first-time home buyers, there's still the $8,000 tax credit that was extended by the government. And it's you have to have a purchase contract completed by April 30th. So that's why we're out banging the drum right now to let people know that there's still money out there for first-time home buyers. And you have to have the contract completed by April 30th, 2010, and closing must take place on or before July 10th. Janet, any changes to that you know? Okay, we have our residential real estate expert with us too. So, okay, then for existing home buyers, if you're an existing home buyer, there's a $6,500 tax credit with the same guidelines. It expires on the 30th of April 2010, and you have to close by July 1. Eligibility requirements: still has to be a primary resident, must close prior to claiming it, and it's a tax credit. It's a tax credit on your federal tax return is really the way that it works. First-time home not owned in 3 years. An existing home, you have to live in the home, I believe it's for 5 years, correct? Okay. Any questions on that, folks? If anybody has a question, let me know. This graph right here, a lot of the real estate community helped us put this together. And really what this is showing us is what the overall value of homes, the average value of homes in Irving-Las, Colinas, the whole Irving community has gone from. And you'll see this little chart right here. You'll see how it kind of goes up and down, up and down. And then in the summer of 2009, we had a little spike there when everyone was really using a lot of the federal tax credit. You can see right here in September it went down a little bit. People were still worried about the economy, and now it's starting to go back up again. So now is the right time before that line gets too much higher towards $200,000. And you'll also see some of the assumptions right over here of what the payments would be for an average home of $173,000 with your down payment, 30-year fixed rate. And down here are the monthly house payments. Kevin Kearns is our resident mortgage expert. Kev, what are the interest rates like today? They're pretty close to that still?
They're going up a little bit.
They're going up a little bit?
Yeah.
Even more reason why you need to get out and buy a house right now. Take advantage of the lower rates. So, okay, so there's the 4.5 rate, 6%, 7%, and you can see the difference right there in the monthly payments with principal, interest, taxes. What's the other iPhone? Interest. There you go. Okay, forgot it. Thank you. Okay, so you can see that graph's moving back up, and it's the right time. So thanks, Dan. Go ahead. Okay, this is a really interesting chart. Over here on this line, I think that number is 1963.
Yep.
You can see the interest rate right there is 6%. So you can watch the graph go up and up. I hate to admit I owned a home right there. 14.75% interest rate, and I thought I was getting a bargain. So then you can see the rate over the years comes down. How many owned a home back in the 80s when the rates were up that high? Anybody? Did you know any different? You didn't know any different.
I thought it was a bargain.
I did too. I was the dream of owning a home, you know. So anyway, you can watch the rates coming down and down and down. But look at this right here in 2009. Draw that line across there. The rates are lower than they were in 1963.
Wow.
That's a really, really telling chart right there. And anybody that's looking to buy a home with the federal tax credit and the interest rates as low as they are over the last 50 years, it's just remarkable. So, okay, we set this slide up here because a lot of folks that we started out over at Williams Square with a lot of the businesses at Williams Square and people that drive into Irving, that just drive to the office, get out of the car, go in, come out. They don't know a lot of the things that there are to see and do in Irving and the entertainment venues that we have. So we put this together. Of course, we have 3 championship golf courses, the Campion Trails. Don, I just read the other day there's an extension going to Campion Trail now?
That is correct.
Yeah. How far is that?
I think it was a mile and a half.
Is that?
Half a
Yeah,
nation.
I drive past the Campion Trail every day, and it's always very active with people running and jogging and rollerblading. All the art festivals, the youth programs, the museums. You know, now we're doing a lot more movie production. What's the new program that's being filmed here?
Deep end.
Deep End, yeah. Geez, you guys are good. And of course, we have the PGA Byron Nelson tournament right in their backyard every year. So there's a wealth of things to see and do when you live and work in Irving. Then I'm gonna let you talk a little bit, if you don't mind, about the convention center, what's coming, because you're a little more in tune than that.
Oh, maybe have Roy come in, because he's
Here.
here more knowledgeable
Here.
than I am. But many of y'all have seen, this is 114, this is Northwest Highway, seen the construction of the new convention center underway. And it will be completed in December of 2010. And Mara is already taking bookings for the new convention center. Can y'all hear me okay, or do I need a mic?
Here, you want?
I need-
Thanks.
Anyway, it'll be a 275,000 square foot facility. It'll have 50,000 square feet of exhibit hall, and I believe that is column 3 exhibit space. 20,000 square feet of meeting rooms and ballroom, and opening January 2011. And what I heard recently is there will be in the month of January, there will be a lot of different activities for the citizens to come in and see the beautiful facility that is being constructed there. And Roy, there's a topping coming up soon.
That's what I was just trying to pull up. There's if you're not aware of a topping out ceremony, it's a very traditional process on big sites where they actually put the top beams on, put the lid on the building, so to speak. And there's a topping out ceremony, if I can get to my calendar, coming up. It's, I believe, later this month.
I believe it's in February. Well, I'll get that out to everyone. When we send out the attendees, we'll add that in.
If you haven't been by, you need to go by now, even to look at the structure. It's magnificent. I mean, beautiful, LEED certified. The architecture is just tremendous. My 13-year-old son's big on architecture, and it is just an outstanding building. I think it's something we can all be proud of.
April 11th, one of the icons of Irving will be coming down, Texas Stadium. And this is going to, I believe, be the next big icon of Irving for years and years to come. But behind the convention center, coming back toward O'Connor Boulevard, is an entertainment district that is being developed. It will be a unique live music venue with the 5,200 seat audio-visual technology that will be in there. It'll be similar to the Nokia Theater in Grand Prairie, but instead of having to drive all the way down to Grand Prairie, you'll be able to just come to Las Colinas, and a train will be coming, have a station right about here where you can hop off and walk over to it. But this particular facility is going to be run by Live Nation, which is the largest booking agent for musicians, current musicians. They have U2, they have Madonna, several others, I don't know all of them. But great partnership there. They're anticipating about 3.6 million visitors annually into this facility. So it'd be really great for our hotel motel business.
Don, that number you just gave about the 3 million, that has nothing to do with convention center.
No,
Right?
that's just the,
Convention center traffic is in addition to. Entertainment traffic.
so this is great for our visitor industry, which is one of the largest industries in the city. We have more hotels, that's like with the Super Bowl coming. That's great, it'll be in Arlington, but we have the hotels that the people want to stay in. In fact, one of our Irving businesses, the Omni Hotels, the NFC and the AFC will both be staying in Omni Hotels. NFC in Irving at the Omni Mandalay, AFC will be at the Omni in Fort Worth.